Hello and Namaste. Welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Raksha Gautam, BPT first year student from Pokhara University, Pokhara, Nepal. And today I am here with a new video, and the video is all about the questions which are asked to physiotherapists or students studying physiotherapy. So without delay, let's start the video. Recently we had kept a questionnaire session in our Instagram handle, and there were a lot of questions asked, and we have chosen the most frequently asked questions, among which the first question is the most interesting and people are more curious about this question, that is, can we use the prefix dr? We come across with many negative comments down on physiotherapists being using doctor. Many claims physio as a paramedics and states that physio do nothing except active passive range of motion, just physiotherapist, that's it. Many claim that physio cannot make diagnosis. So it's not that we cannot use dr as a prefix, it's just that we prefer to be called as a physiotherapist rather than a doctor, and we are proud of it. Also, these things need to be understood by those who criticizes physio on using dr as a prefix, that a person who wears an apron, carries a stethoscope and aims aid to treat their problems can be considered as a doctor, doesn't matter if he prescribes medicine or does surgery. The next question is, can we use stethoscope? Being a medical student, stethoscope is a basic requirement for general diagnosis, prognosis and other purposes. If we talk about its use in physiotherapy, there is a branch of physiotherapy called cardiopulmonary physiotherapy, which is a wide field, and in this area we can use a stethoscope for palpitation, auscultation and for various purposes to find out the overall information of patients after taking patient's history like drainage, heart rates, blood pressure. So we can say that stethoscope is an important factor in cardiopulmonary physiotherapy. Another important aspect of physiotherapy is exercise prescription. Before prescribing any exercises to a patient, a physiotherapist should be well known about the vital signs, body composition, body structures of a patient, so that he can prescribe exercise accordingly. For example, if a patient has hypertension, we should find out the indications and contraindications of certain exercises to be prescribed. For a patient with hypertension and hypotension, there are a different set of exercises to be prescribed. For this reason, stethoscope should be used, and it is used in exercise physiology and exercise prescription. The next question is, can we use an apron? I really find this question amusing because it's obvious for a medical student to wear an apron. We are medical students and therefore we must use apron. If you are working in a clinic, it's compulsory to wear an apron. Another important and frequently asked question is about scope. Talking about scope, physiotherapy holds a wide field. It specializes in reestablishing the movement, physical strength and functioning of an individual affected by certain injury or disability. Therefore, scope of physiotherapy includes academia, education and research. It is a very young field of medicine. There is a lot of research happening in this field and it is growing really fast. Others are community settings, hospitals. In hospitals, physiotherapists can work in different departments like cardiopulmonary, geriatric, pediatric, musculoskeletal. Others are clinics. Once a physiotherapist completes their studies, they can open their own clinics. Others are geriatric centers, sports centers, fitness centers, and mental health institutions, industrial settings. In industrial settings, they can manufacture different equipments which can be used in physiotherapy. The next question is, can physiotherapists make diagnosis? An answer to this question is yes. If you claim physiotherapist cannot make diagnosis, I'm pretty sure that you know nothing about physiotherapy. Physiotherapy diagnosis is a preferred practice patterns for understanding the symptoms of patients, correlating with the physical examination, pathology, questionnaire, physiotherapy diagnosis, and prognosis. For example, frozen shoulder is a medical diagnosis, Parkinsonism is a medical diagnosis. Subsequently, the question is, can physiotherapists prescribe medicines? According to Nepal Health Professional Council, it's not that we cannot prescribe medicines to patients. Sometimes what happens is, if we are prescribing a certain exercise to a patient, we need to allow or deny some basic medicines. In such cases, we can prescribe them some general medicines like analgesic, antacid, bronchodilator, so that a physiotherapist can be able to set a dose after analyzing the blood reports and drug interactions. And this is the reason why we study general course like pathology, pharmacology, and microbiology in our course. The last but definitely not the least question is regarding independent practice of physiotherapy. We have been asked this question many times, if we can work independently after the completion of course. All I will say is yes, we can. We can practice physiotherapy independently. Once master's course is completed, we move to a specific field of physiotherapy, due to which what happens is we not only work under hospitals or rehabilitations, we can even open our own clinic. Also, I want to add something here that to complete the course and to get a qualified job should not be one's ultimate goal. They would be called capable only if they can provide job to others. Independent practice of physiotherapy definitely helps to do so. So we can say that physiotherapy profession is an independent profession, and we have all the rights to access, diagnose, and treat by our own intervention and tool. Lastly, I would like to add that we do have limitations. We cannot blindly claim that we can treat each and every problem. Everyone can't do everything right. So let's respect each profession equally. And in this video, we hope that we have answered all your queries and cleared your doubts. Also, if you have more queries, you can mention them in comments. And lastly, do not forget to like, comment, share the video, and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.